Hey everyone, it's me. I gotta admit, when I make these videos, I am always checking my hair or whatever. I don't really do makeup because I put on a moisturizer and then I usually use mascara just because I don't know. It's not because I'm lazy. It's just because I would rather drink coffee in the morning than put my makeup on. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about the fact that um, I come from a family of people that live long lives, and my maternal grandmother, September 12th of this year, turned 100. And a couple of days after that, we had her 100th birthday party. And then October 2nd, she fell asleep and woke up in heaven. So she had a really long life. And what was great is I got the opportunity to kind of talk with her. I got to see her a little bit more. And the months previous or prior to her passing, I would take my cell phone and I'd set it up on her coffee table or end table and lean it against a radio, and I would push record and then stop, and I would record tidbits of our conversation. And throughout her life, she was a devout Catholic and she went to church and she donated to good causes and things like that. But I remember a couple of years ago, I went over and I asked her if she wanted a piece of candy, and I think it was a Wednesday, and she said no. I gave up eating candy from Monday through Saturday, and I only eat candy on Sundays. And I said, well, why did you do that? And she said, well, because I wanted to see if I could. And I said, well, how long has this been going on? She goes, oh, about 5 years. And I just kind of cracked up because I said, well, Grandma, I think you battled that demon. So she was just hilarious. She lived in her home. That's where she ended up passing away. And she was fairly active and her mind was fairly good. And she had her hearing aids in. She would turn off her little box if she maybe didn't want to listen or whatever the case, or maybe when she was going to take a nap. But I wanted to say that I would ask her, what's your secret? And she'd say, I have no idea. And I said, well, Grandma, Billy Joel says only the good die young, so you must have done something really bad in order to live this long. So all I know is that I don't know what her diet was, and I don't know if she exercised on a regular basis. I know she didn't go to the gym and she didn't follow any particular diet or meal plan. When I'd go see her, she'd be eating a sandwich and, she'd be drinking coffee, and I encouraged her to drink water and things like that. But she had, a couple of times she had, her heart would race or whatever the case may be. But I think a part of why she had a good long life is because she had faith and she prayed a lot and probably released a lot of her worries and gave it up to God, who was her higher power. And she prayed her rosary every night. And she was a woman of great faith, great wisdom, but most important, you'd walk in there and you'd feel loved. So you didn't feel judged. And it's not that she didn't express her concern, about certain things, because when I broke apart from maybe talking with a family member, she would always say, it would make me happiest if I saw reconciliation and things like that. So she always had the greater good of the family in her mind. And she always would say, you know, Lori, I'm praying for you. And, I'm praying for whatever, my struggles were. And I think really what was good about our family is that we have a huge family. I have 21st cousins and multiple second and third and fourth cousins. We have a huge family. There was about 120 people at her 100th birthday party. So you get an idea of how many family members we have. But, she was loved by everyone. And I think everyone did their best to protect her and keep, squabbles out of her ear. And, they didn't bring unnecessary pain to her. So I just say that I'm grateful that she was my Nana, and we talked a lot and she laughed a lot, and she always wanted to hold your hand and she always gave hugs and kisses. And I would say, well, I'm your favorite, and she'd say, no, you're all my favorite. So that's all I know. And she was the greatest blessing, but she didn't have a secret to living to 100. She just made it. So That's all I know. And she made it to 100, and that was it for her. So she was ready to go. And she is in a better place. And now she's hanging out with my grandpa and my dad. So just wanted to make this video. And I hope each person watching this has a fruitful life filled with joy and comfort and empathy and compassion, and most of all, kindness and self acceptance, and just all around peace. So that's all I've got, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.